Okay, welcome back to part 2 of the exercise for blood sugar video. If you have missed the previous one, I'd recommend going back and watching that one first. But in this one, we're going to talk through resistance training, why it's the best type of exercise for blood sugar, how much of it we should be doing, and how to incorporate it at home with no equipment at a basic level, and then progress from there. So going back to the recommendations, again, just want to highlight the data that we use to back up why we should be meeting these recommendations. So you can reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes by 26 to 40% if we're doing the recommended amount of activity, but that includes doing resistance exercise at least twice a week as a minimum. So we're going to look at the benefits of resistance training specifically and why it helps to reduce our risk so much. So when we do resistance exercise, we're focusing on exercise that uses our muscles, increases our strength and muscle mass, and improves our body composition. It therefore also helps with weight management, and because it helps with insulin sensitivity, it also then therefore helps with blood sugar and can also improve our bone health as well. In other studies, people that did 8 to 12 weeks of resistance training twice a week on average saw 1.4 kilogram increase in lean body mass, so that's muscle mass, 1.8 kilogram of reduced body fat mass, 79% improved metabolic rate, which we refer to as our metabolism or how many calories we burn at rest, and then 1 to 3% improvement in our bone mineral density, which is really good in a short amount of time. So when we look at resistance exercise and all these benefits, it also ticks the boxes for so many other components of fitness or types of exercise at the same time. So it's like the best use of your time out of any of the different types of exercise. Obviously, when we're doing strength training or resistance exercise, your heart rate's going to go up and breathing rate goes up as well. So you're working on your cardiovascular fitness at the same time anyway. Of course, it helps with strength and muscular endurance, but it can also help with flexibility because that's to do with the elasticity of our muscles and our range of motion at those joints. It also helps with power because power comes down to how quickly we can exert force from our muscles. It also then helps with balance, especially when we're looking at core exercise or unilateral exercise, which is single leg exercise or one side of your body at a time, and coordination as well, and then body composition. So you're ticking all these boxes just by doing some resistance exercise, which is great. Other specific benefits that are important to note as well. So obviously it builds lean muscle mass, increases strength and power. It boosts our metabolism, which then supports fat loss. So effectively, you burn more calories without doing any extra activity. So if you're in a calorie deficit, you're essentially making that deficit even greater by doing the resistance exercise and having more muscle mass. It improves our bone density and reduces risk of osteoporosis and arthritis. It enhances joint stability and reduces injury risk, which again, really important as we get older. It improves posture and movement quality, increases insulin sensitivity and glucose uptake. I've said that a few times, but it is very important and probably the most important reason why we should be doing resistance exercise for blood sugar. It supports healthy hormone balance, which again, hormones are super important when it comes to blood sugar. Obviously insulin is a hormone, but other hormones like stress hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, hunger hormones, if we can balance all of these, we're in a much better position to manage blood sugar as well. It improves endurance for daily activities and sport, so day-to-day life will be easier, you can walk further, get up the stairs quicker, and then slows down age-related muscle loss and keeps you independent as you get older, which obviously is a bonus as well. When people hear the words resistance exercise or strength training, a lot of people are put off because they think that means they need to go to the gym or lift really heavy weights, but that's not the case. We can do thousands of exercises with just our body weight, or if you added in some resistance bands or some light free weights like some dumbbells or a kettlebell, there's endless opportunities of things that you can do from your own home with very little space. Loads of those exercises are on the screen in front of me, but simple things like squats, lunges, calf raises, press ups, or if those are too difficult, like presses against the kitchen side or a wall press. All of those sort of things are a great way to start incorporating some resistance exercise into your week. And then from there, we can build on from those things, add more reps, add more sets, add weight down the line as your strength increases. The other thing people worry about is how much time it's going to take, or feeling like you don't have enough time to fit it into your week. So a few quick tips I would use to fit it into your life would be, first of all, to follow a plan. Ideally, that would be a plan that's been tailored to you by a coach. And then I'd create a timetable of when you can prioritise time to do that. Something I like to do myself is to use a to-do checklist. So each day I've got all my jobs I need to do, and that includes work, things around the house, and then also my exercise sessions and when they'll be. That way I can tick things off as I go. I know when I'm doing certain things, I can block that time out so it's not interrupted. If you're really struggling with time, I would try incorporating it just in your daily life. So maybe that's 10 reps of an exercise on the hour, or 10 minutes of exercise after a meal. If you can do some bodyweight exercises whilst you're making dinner, or whilst you're doing other chores, or whilst you're watching TV, then great, that'll add up. Then I'd find sports or hobbies that you enjoy, and then when planning things with friends and family, try active entertainment or social activities, if that could be golf, even snooker, or pub sports, swimming, water sport, hikes, football, gym classes, dog walks, paddle tennis, whatever it is. If you can find things that you enjoy, it's going to be a lot easier to fit that in to your life. Once you've done this and you've got a sort of timetable of your weekly activity, I'd reflect and have a quick look through it and see which of those components of fitness you're ticking off and which of them maybe you're not getting. And then you'll know when you're able to progress and add a little bit more, what you might want to focus on next. Because remember, we want as much of the different benefits from all different types of activity as possible. Make sure you're ticking off at least 2 resistance exercise sessions a week, and make sure you're hitting that 150 minutes minimum of moderate intensity activity. Hope this has helped. Please subscribe. There's a few more videos to go in this series, so I'll see you in the next one.